I've listened to 2 episodes.
I always listen to the end of it to make sure I know where I am.
We're entertaining the world.
Also, decide whenever you're ready, Ken, let me know.
I just did.
Oh, are we up?
Yes.
Last time on the campaign, in Suffer Not the Slings, the party was escorting their charges of weapons up to the castle of Lord Kendrick. The party had moved some ways through the small town of Aelthor and were blocked off by some large carriages and were attacked by some archers on rooftops. The party somewhat successfully fends off the archers' attacks, but not without the loss of some of the wagon drivers, along with some of the beasts of burden, and the party itself. The notable baddies that showed up in this melee were some black-clad figures wielding an electric whip. Woogie, 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 woogie. In the end, Indril and Tristan go down. Mort revives them with some odd halfling on elf action. And because of Huckavus, the village is burning. Some villagers show up and come out to put some fires out. And the black-clad shouts something out in Infernal that's probably either retreat or killed the tiefling. Then they flee to the west. Huckavus nowhere takes the opportunity to slip away into an alley, and that's pretty much where we left off last time on the campaign.
Excellent. What would you like to do?
All right, so are the fires still raging, or are they out?
They're under control. They'll be out shortly, but they're unlikely to cause significantly more damage.
So Idra will pitch in for the bucket brigade, or however the local form of firefighting, whatever form that takes, he'll join in.
Very much
clearly.
brigadish.
Yeah, Tristan will also be there to help. Yeah, you know, once we have that under control, he'd like to talk to the group, but let's make sure we have it under control first.
It is under control.
Who were those people?
They were the townspeople. They were helping us.
No, not these people, and I'm talking to them, not you, Mort. I mean, I obviously know you don't know anything else. You, sort of townsman.
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize the people with the electrical whips?
Woogie, 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 woogie.
Is this more?
Zip it. So he says I mean I don't know their name, but they have been seen around, but they are
seen around here.
Various places. They were seen here a time or two, but they don't come around much lately.
And then right then, Tristan kind of walks up just like kind of near Idro, and will just whisper into his ear. He goes, "I have a feeling I know who they are, but I don't want to incite panic. I'll tell you at a later time."
Apparently he knows. We'll talk about it later. But on that note, why is it so hard to get to the castle? Like, we can see it. It's right there. Can you walk there?
Yeah.
Or is it okay, so it's only if you're taking wagons that you get attacked?
I mean, if you were just walking along, you probably would be okay. Sometimes bandits.
I see. Is there a mayor, a militia, some sort of order in this town?
Well, I mean, the Lord and his guards
Where are they?
I saw some of the guardsmen down at the docks.
Ah,
And you look in the direction of the docks, and you see smoke.
oh, it looks like they have started a bonfire.
Looks like a very large bonfire.
Looks like a very large bonfire. Perhaps we should go talk to the guards. They seem to be warm. Then, sure, because the peanut gallery is very quiet.
Yeah, Tristan would like to seek out Mort and hey, little buddy, do you remember the name of that guy that we were talking to? The old man. We were helping him.
I think it was Torn.
Torn. Sir, do you know a man named Torn?
Which man?
Are you talking about the guy who hired us on the ship?
No, I'm talking about the man that Mort and I talked to. I mean, sorry, that Mort and I talked to that said there shouldn't be any issues on the road.
The old man at the thing? Yeah, he's he works down the docks.
Have you seen him here, sir?
You mean
Like,
like
did he
right
come-
here? I mean,
Like, yeah, I mean, during the fire
an hour or so ago.
brigade. Do you know him personally?
I mean, yeah.
Because he said that we were helping him, and he alluded to the fact that there shouldn't be any issues at all, and then there were this huge issue, and all of you seem to be very surprised that there would have been an issue. So I'm just very confused.
Well, sir, I mean, I personally, I can't speak for nobody else, but I wouldn't have thought that, an armed party would have been assaulted. You guys look like you know what you're doing, so I would have thought they might have left you alone.
Yeah, well, they didn't. So, and all right, are all of the dead bodies of the bowmen up on top of the building still, or did any of them happen to fall to the ground?
Oh, of course. A couple of them fell to the ground. Good.
All right, so I would like to go over and look at those bodies. Do they just look like normal townsfolk that are part of a militia, like the gentleman said, or do they have that same symbol that I noticed before?
They do not have that symbol.
Okay.
They look well, if it was Rosebud, I could tell you what they look like. But, yeah, I mean, they're wearing, mundane leather armor and.
But they just look like militiamen. It's nothing more, nothing strange.
I mean, they could be militiamen, yes.
Okay. Hey, fellas, I just believe, well, first off, you do notice who's not here, right?
Is it both me and Huck at this point? Because I think I left.
Okay, so then I guess I look to Mort and say, what's with those two disappearing?
They're very odd people. Huckvis,
I had noticed.
I'm not surprised that Huckvis is left. Idro, well, also weird, seemed a little more down to earth. You say something about going over to that fire? Was he going to help put out that huge bonfire over there?
I think he's asking, is that where Idra went? Was back to
Oh, yeah, that was definitely where he headed towards.
So, but I don't believe we should just leave the wagons here. What do you think, Mort? It's
Yeah, I mean, leaving them here is probably not like the best way to make sure we get our money for doing this, but I also am not sure how we're going to move them without the oxen people to drive them.
And how many of those are left, Ken? If we look around, how many of the oxen are still oxen?
Oxen, about half of them. So 10.
10 out of 20. Okay.
There are several more that aren't dead, but aren't,
So how many of them are still usable?
10.
10. Okay. Well, I don't know, Mort. You're an interesting band of gentlemen. I don't really know how to deal with all of this. Are you gonna follow your friend? And he points as you can see Idril's form getting smaller as he's walking away from us.
I would like to. So, are we still talking in front of one of the townspeople as well? Ken?
Entirely up to you.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, then I'd like to turn to him like, all right, look, there's this huge fire over there. I'm going to go see if there's anything I can do. Can you keep an eye on these wagons for me?
I'm
counting on you. This is very important.
I can look at them.
I need you to make sure they don't go away.
I don't really know how I could do that.
Maybe the most important thing you ever do. Can I count on you?
No.
Can you find someone who I can count on?
I can try. I'll watch them, but I can't stop nobody from taking them.
Can you, if you see someone taking them, can you yell and have other people come and stop them as well?
I'll yell if I see somebody. I could do that.
Okay, if it's a candy, a peppermint cane striped fellow, he's probably okay to have them. But anybody else, actually no, especially if it's him, start yelling.
Let you know if I see a what?
A person that looks a bit like a candy cane.
I'll tell you, Mark, go catch your friend. I will stay here.
And I'll run after Idril. And presumably
Now,
also
look at Tristan. Did I hear him right? Candy cane drop fella.
Yeah, the gentleman in question is. I think the story went that he was cried on by the tears of a god or something, and now he was red, and now he has white stripes all over his body. He does look a bit like a confectionery.
The townfolk's eyes get big as saucers, and his mouth, his lower jaw drops.
I had the same feeling when I saw myself, sir. Don't be so worried.
Lady Chante, protect us. Such things.
Yeah, I agree. Whatever god you like, you may want to pray to them.
Can I throw in real quick? What did you just say, Ken? Lady what?
Shawnate. You'll hear it more.
Okay, cool.
Can I roll a religion check to see if Tristan knows who that is?
Sure. Meanwhile, we'll go back to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're scurrying at the very least, Idril?
Once I have moved away, and I assume at some point I'm going to notice that this definitely isn't a natural bonfire, it's a set fire at the docks.
The ship that you arrived on is ablaze.
Well, once that's clear, I'd like to move into the shadows and make my way stealthily towards the thing. And I'm stealthily 14ing down towards the dock.
Okay.
I'd like to stay as much in the shadows as possible. Idril will pull out his longbow, particularly once he realizes that. And then just, what is he seeing?
The dock that you unloaded on, and the kind of the seaside street, kind of the wharf there, is basically littered with a combination of sailors and what looked to be militia.
Okay. Alive or dead?
They are dead,
Okay.
filled with arrows that look very similar to what happened to you guys up the hill.
Okay.
A few moments of checking out the ship, you can see that basically it was bombarded with lit arrows,
Okay.
and that set it aflame. You'll see that the crew also was
Murdered?
picked off. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and slap on some Goliath juice while this is going on, as it looks not good. So that's a medicine check, right?
I mean, yeah. Well, yes.
Okay. And then, so that's high-ish.
You can use up to 2 of your.
Okay. Yeah, it's like an 18, so use 2 hit things. Okay, cool. And that was... Okay, continue. Sorry, wanted to get the mechanics out.
All right.
Okay, so do I see any sign of Panthros?
No, you do not.
Okay. And then do I see any sign of the captain or other named figures that were on the boat with us?
You see the remains thereof, yes.
Okay, so everybody basically that I knew on the boat except for Panthros is accounted for?
Correct.
Okay.
They're all dead, Dave. They're all dead.
And then do I see any motion around except for dead militia? And like, are there people alive down here?
You look around for a bit. There's no one in the open, but you do see eventually like somebody peering out of one of the shop windows.
Okay.
And it's about this time we'll say that Mort catches up.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I'm seeing essentially that scene, especially once I realized that it was a fire that was set and not just a fire that got caught, I also would slink into the shadow.
So we're going to spend the rest of the night with Mort and Idril in the exact same place, never knowing the other was there.
That seems reasonable. I'm sure somebody will do something stupid at some point to make sure we're all aware.
That doesn't sound like.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like us at all.
Just as soon as I can open my mouth.
So I'm actually, is the door to said shop where someone is peering out of open?
It is closed.
Okay. Is there a lip to the building so it's kind of in shadows?
Yep. Again, there's shadows. And
all right. So poof, I'm over there, and I'm going to. Is the door locked?
No.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
Hello. What seems to have happened here?
As you open the door, the person who was peering out the window kind of does that kind of tumble back kind of thing. You're trying to get away. They fall on their backside instead.
Okay.
I don't want no trouble.
Well, if you answer my questions, you will have none. What happened here? Go ahead and stay on the ground.
It was an ambush.
Ambushed by?
I couldn't see them. They were on top of the buildings, and they shot at the boat and the sailors.
Could you hear them leave then?
What's that?
Could you hear them leave?
Yeah.
Which way did they go?
They went off the back of the building.
And how long ago was this?
A couple of minutes, maybe.
Okay. Thank you for your service. And I will step back into the thing and teleport over to where Mort was. Mort, they went that way. And then, upon saying that, I'm immediately going to leave at 110 feet of movement onto the roof.
Right. So, and related to that, so seeing that it was the same type of situation, what I would have done upon seeing that would have been to scurry up onto the roof since that worked so well for me last time.
Okay.
And so before Idra would have bamfed over to me, I would have been up on the roof looking to see if I could figure out if anybody had left any like calling cards or anything up on the roof.
Okay. I think we can agree that instead of saying that to you, not finding Mort, you jumped up on the roof where you encounter him.
Yep, definitely. Oh,
Right.
there you are. They went that way, and I'll point towards the back of the building. Do we see anything on the roofs as far as more movement, more people, no people?
The roofs are clear.
Okay.
There are signs that there were probably at least a dozen, probably closer to a dozen and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Creatures up here.
Mort, how good at tracking are you? I feel like I'd figured this out by this point, so I'm just going to ask you straight up.
Tracking being survival.
That's my understanding of tracking, but Ken can of course overrule this at any point.
Oh yeah,
It's not negative.
Okay, so mine's +3.
Mine's 1.
Okay, so I would like to try to. How big is this town? I guess is the other question. Like, does this go on far, or is it
it's like 30 or 40 buildings.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to try to track those movements, going reasonably slowly, but also still being cognizant of my surroundings and for movement on the roof. I get a 7 trackings. You know what? I'm going to use an inspiration on that.
All right.
And I get a 7 tracking.
All right, you do inspiration first. So we'll come back to you in a moment.
Perfect.
All right. So did Huck want to do something?
Yes. And I apologize if this is slightly different than something else, but Huckovus would have seen those black-clad figures running to the west
Correct.
as they shouted, and Huckovus is going to try and pursue them.
Okay. This is just to run by himself and chase down these 2 people.
He's going to try, and again, as I said at the last episode, he's shrouded, so he doesn't think they would have actually gotten a look at his face, but he's definitely, yeah, exactly that. Going to try and chase after them, see if he can follow them, see if he sees where they go, that type of thing.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Oh boy, that's going to go great for Huck, isn't it? Let's see, athletics. Come on, no
I got
whammies.
another rule right.
I got a 19 minus 1, 18. Yeah,
Okay, we'll come back to you momentarily then.
thank you, sir.
Tristan.
Yes, sir. He hears that name. I've forgotten it because I wasn't paying 100% attention and I didn't write it down. Of that god, I rolled a 22. 17 was 5.
She is the goddess, like very much a nature goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Very much, she's like 95% of the people here in the Moon Shades. She's their primary goddess.
Okay. And she, he would look at the gentleman and go, "She's a fine goddess to have the support of. Has this thing ever happened in this region before?"
I mean, there's always been bandits, but
were they this organized?
no. No, there's never been anything quite at all like this.
This is rather concerning, my friend.
That very much concerns me. Soon as we have a chance to breathe, get these fires out, we're going straight to the keep.
Yeah, and he would certainly help with the with the remainder of putting out the fires while keeping an eye on what's going on around.
You're pretty. They've got the fires under control. It's just a mop up right now. So I mean, you're welcome to help, but
yeah. I mean, well, he's just trying to keep himself a little bit organized. It's certainly something that he would like to maybe go inside some of the buildings and go up into the stairwells and see if it looks like anybody was like where these guys came from. Is there? I mean, can I run maybe investigation, anything like that? What would you like me to do?
Yeah, investigate away. That sounds great.
Okay. He doesn't know shit. It was a 6.
All right.
So, he'd come back to his buddy here, the person he's been talking to, and go, they seem to be organized, but it's not. They're not all wearing similar armor, are they? Because I mean, you didn't.
It's not like uniform, but I mean they're all wearing, similar in that they're all wearing this. Well, what you're pretty sure is just a local flavor of leather armor, but it's not like a uniform.
Okay. What is your name, sir? And it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to become familiar. Right. Do you recognize any of these people? Like the men that tried to kill us? Are they townspeople? Is there anything special about them?
Their features are those of the tribesmen. Barbaric.
So they're they're humans?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's there's certainly a different strain, a different race, I guess.
Yeah, no, yeah. I see what you're saying. They look different than the people that I'm seeing before me. Okay. Well,
to be clear, you're going to look around a little bit more, and you'll see that not all of them are those. Some of them look similar to this guy, but the majority look different.
This is very strange. Well, I would like to go to the most forward. Well, the most forward wagon is on fire, isn't it? Or was on fire?
Yes, it is now pretty well cooked.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the most forward one that is not a piece of charcoal, and kind of put myself there. You know what I mean, so I can see what's going on. Whilst I'm there, I would like to see if I can contact Chalisid, my patron.
Okay, I'll come to you in a minute.
Okay.
All right, so Huckabus.
Actually AFK at the moment.
Yep.
Oh. What the hell's that?
I know. Loser.
Killed.
I think he had a dog moment.
Killed, but not enough to get out of the campaign killed.
Right.
Just partially killed. Right. So, Mort, are you following the wonderful lead of Vidril?
Yes, I'm stealthing along behind the weird elf thing, keeping an eye out for. So I'm not sure exactly who's tracking, even character-wise, he's better.
That's okay.
Huh?
But neither is he, so that's okay.
Right. So yeah. So it's just kind of a mystery to me. So I'm just keeping an eye out for more archers up on the roof. Anything out of the ordinary, if I can.
All right. So it only takes you a few minutes to realize, and it's probably just a moment before he does as well. But he has basically tracked these guys back to where you guys had your fight.
Okay. Is there any sign that they then went in a specific? Where are we towards the edge of town? We're near it, correct?
You were near the edge of town to the north.
Okay. So is there any sign? Or I guess we killed all the archers, didn't we?
Yes.
Is there any sign of any foot traffic? I guess also at this point, that's a silly question because people have been putting out fires and all that business.
Exactly.
So let's see. I suppose we will check in on Tristan if he is apparently still here. Which I'm not sure if he's inside a building at this point or not.
No, he's just kind of camped himself out on the most forward wagon that is not a bonfire. Or
You see,
Tristan.
Tristan is meditating.
But he is meditating.
The third wagon in line.
Tristan, everyone we know here is dead.
He doesn't hear words you're saying.
Well, okay, Mort, it looks like everyone else we know here is dead too. Should we look for Huck?
I mean, I don't think he's dead.
Well, not reachable. Or we could slap him. Your choice.
Can I go up and see if I can talk to Onyx?
Onyx is dead.
So I don't know if you've heard about. So I'm going to go up to about where Tristan is and Onyx, are you here?
You get no response.
Okay.
Tristan, I want you to make me a charisma check.
$17. No. 17. Yeah.
Okay. Huckabus.
As Huckabus has been muted. Oh, he's not muted. No, as Huckabus has been running along, he is going to chug a healing potion.
Okay.
And big apologies. I'm not sure how old this sheet is. I think I have 2 healing potions, and I have written that it's 2d4 plus 2.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So whatever. I'll just do that. And meanwhile, he is trying to pursue these dudes.
Are you making any effort to
Be a little sneaky about it? Yeah. Like, basically, if he gains sight of them, that's when he would start trying to be a little stealthy.
give me a stealth roll at disadvantage?
You got it. Wow. That's some great hit point recovery. Sorry. Here we go. 2d4 plus 2. Oh, sorry, DM. Oh, that sucks so bad. Nat 20. And, hey, 18. There are pluses to stealth.
Okay.
Oh, it's plus, all of that is plus 6.
Cool. All right. You see them head into the woods proper.
I see.
Still continuing basically to the east.
West.
West. Yes, west.
Okay. So they didn't stop anywhere in town. Is the castle to the west?
Castle's to the north.
Castle's to the north. Once Huck sees them get out of his element, I mean, he's a city boy, he's not going to continue pursuit. But he's going to note that that's the direction they went, and he will start making his way, no sneaking, literally, probably booking it to get back to the square where the attack happened.
Okay. Back to Idril and Mort.
Then Mort show.
I'm looking forward to the theme song.
So Tristan is just sitting here meditating.
Yeah. All right. I guess we should. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He wouldn't just meditate.
Hey,
reset.
Charisma save, Tristan. Not save. Check.
Charisma check, yes, sir.
Yep.
That one is 14.
Yes.
Who was that directed towards?
Yes, Tristan.
Master, I've been rescued by a group of gentlemen that they got themselves involved in something that I don't really want to be involved with, but then we got, you've seen what happened, right?
Yes.
I know I'm to be here on this plane and do good as you've asked me. And if I was to come across a needed group of adventurers to help them out, but these guys are idiots.
Oh, you should have met them one session earlier. No. Well, perhaps that is why they need you.
Well, they all follow. Okay, so the people that we're surrounded by follow the goddess blank. I forget. I mean, what is that goddess's name?
Donate?
Yeah. And she's a good goddess, correct? If I'm remembering the studies correct.
She keeps the balance, but leaning towards the well-being of people.
Okay. Well, it's so confusing, Master. I just I very much would like to keep your call close. I will do as I've been told, and I will stay with them. But it is certainly something that I have a bit of reservation.
What is your reservation?
They're going to get me killed.
Where did you get yourself?
You found me when I was almost dead.
Where did they find you?
When I was almost dead. It seems to be a theme in my life.
You're free to make your own choices.
But how would that be? How would that work out between us then?
I mean, at some point there will be a cost, but
You've made my life wonderful. You've made my life. I've gotten power I would have never even thought before, Master. It's. I will do as you say. Do you want me to stay with these men? You got a really bad echo right now, Kyle.
is it me?
Yeah, I think it is. It sounds like the one that you get when your cord gets weird.
Is that any better?
It's a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I will do as you wish, but my self-preservation. That Onyx already died. I know I can bring him back, but he's gonna be pissed.
Just got found.
Hey. I'm your patron and benefactor. I think master. It's a word that causes me pain. We have discussed what I hope and wish of you.
We have.
But it is, it is your right to make your own decisions. If you fear for your life with this group, then go roll up a different character.
That's nice.
If you feel that they need you, then you're probably right.
You're wise as usual, Tellicid. Wise as usual. I will stay with them. And you will be here for advice still, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Tellicid. And he comes out of the haze and probably sees the two men stand in front of him, wondering, man, yeah, it's bad again. Does everybody hear that, or is it just me?
Yeah, I hear mild echo.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
Terrible. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, it's really bad on my side. But
Everybody mute yourselves.
Hang on. I just realized I plugged in my mic, but I don't think I actually switched over to the good one. That might have something to do with it.
We're pros.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Oh, God, no. I'm pretty excited that we're 55 minutes into this and I've yet to actually use Huckavus's voice. Because a lot of the time I've been muted, I've been practicing it because it's been so long. I need to go watch some Doctor Strangelove.
All right, well, carry on.
All right, yeah. Well, it's better for me. I don't know about everybody else. But
Yeah, it fixed.
Yeah, it totally went away. So,
Yeah, so it helps to use your fancy microphone.
So I can imagine that Tristan wakes up and Idril and Mort are trying to figure out how they're going to wake him up.
Actually, we're having a religious discussion.
Oh, wonderful.
Tristan, roll me a perception.
That is a 10.
Okay, carry on.
He wakes up and he goes, "What are you guys talking? That's not at all what the scripture says." I mean, as he's coming up and you guys say something that's totally not even correct, he's just like, whatever. What I spoke with my patron and he didn't have much information. I was trying to see what I could find. Oh shit! I should have asked him about that one thing. God damn it. But we're kind of sitting there, just the three of us, and I go, I know who those guys in the black hoods were following. Maybe they carried the symbol of Bane, and if they're carrying the symbol of Bane, that is really bad.
All I want to say, I just want to talk about Gotham now. Sorry, I'm gonna.
No, and I fully understand. It's yeah, but I was gonna try to do the voice, but I can't do it. But he's like he's the worst of the worst, from what I've been told. It also would make sense why they would have such an aggressive weapon, and why they would be so.
Do you know where he is? Where they went?
No, I was laying on the ground, the same as you.
This is more a kind of religious conversation than, say, a useful one.
cool. So if you don't want my information that I would give
No,
you,
it's
here is
useful information. I mean, we still haven't found Huck, and we've got all of these swords that are just in the middle of the street.
Well, we've probably got half of them. As he looks back and forth, and 4 of the wagons are burnt, aren't they?
Oh.
I feel like crap. I think that we should take some time and at least heal ourselves up. And I would like to get my little buddy back.
He's gonna slap your face with some Goliath juice. Not aggressively, caressingly. Medicine check. Nat 20 for Goliath juice on your face.
You use up to three of your dice if you have any left.
Yeah, I still got 4 left. Well,
The
thank you.
the difference here is you have to decide that before you roll.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna use all 3 of them. That's not bad.
Are there any
7,
townspeople around?
14,
Oh yeah.
22 left.
Anybody who looks important-ish?
As important as they can look in this little town here, sure.
So, okay, we're all being Belle and Beauty and the Beast. As important as you can be in this shithole. So I'd like to grab him, that person, and say bonjour. Good day, sir.
Good day. Come to my library.
I don't have time for that. I was wondering if you could perhaps organize some people to move the loads of these wagons indoors, maybe? Or just ensure that they don't go anywhere. There's gold in it for you.
We'll protect them as best we can.
Okay, well, do that, and there's 1,000 gold in it for rebuilding your town.
His eyes get big, his jaw slaps. We'll get right on that.
Thank you.
Comes on you! Comes on you! And then he starts organizing. And
We'll be back soon. Thank you. Did you by any chance see a candy-striped demon-looking thing head into a forest?
I saw one of them down at the docks before all this started. You think it's the cause of it?
No, he's more of an antecedent. But we need to find him, and then we'll be back and get these to Lord Kendrick, and you'll get your money, and the town will be rebuilt. So,
Great.
toodles.
He turned to the nearest other town folk. He said, "You hear that?" He said he was an anti-demon.
That's more or less correct. And I will motion.
As so often happens in tales of this sort, Huck,
Yes.
you arrived to watch this scene. You may do as you wish.
Great. If I recall, the very lead wagon was somewhat charred. The very lead wagon suffered the most.
Yes.
And
The
so
wagon's fully charged. The second one is about halfway, and
that's fine.
Yep.
Huckovus is going to, and I'll happily roll a stealth roll, is going to try and sneak up to that first wagon and start rifling through whatever was in the crates to see what really we were delivering.
okay.
If the stealth roll was important, it was an 18 plus 6. Do I need to roll a investigation or
For
a
story
search?
purposes, I will allow you to be stealthy, but in a more stressful situation, I probably wouldn't allow it because there's like 30 people milling about. So it'd be kind of and you have to cross from a building to a wagon, and
I don't care. It's fine. I mean, if I'm seen, I'm seen. I'm not looking to hide from anyone except the party, to be honest.
okay. Then that makes it obviously different thing. So yeah, you can do that. This particular wagon seemed to have been holding looks like foodstuffs.
Foodstuffs.
Mhm.
Now, in the D&D world, Are foodstuffs canned? Are they pickled? How does this work? Are we talking about like, dried beef haunches?
They'll be salted,
Salted beef,
smoked. There certainly are pickled things.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Well,
They're
Huck
burnt
will-
right now.
Huck will, because he's a tiefling, Huck will extract whatever, like, he realizes what this was. He's like, man, that's not what I thought I was here for. But he's going to just pull out some haunch of whatever and start kind of gnawing on it and walk towards the party. I'm not sure where they are relative to him.
they're at the third wagon.
Well, okay, he gets to the second wagon. He's going to repeat the process.
Okay.
Because I presume it also is destroyed.
About halfway destroyed.
Okay. I'm not trying to hide at this point. I have a definitive mission.
The haunch is actually not bad at all as it's cooked once you get past the outer charred layer.
Well, I think we've established tieflings will eat anything.
Okay. This wagon, what you find some remnants of what look to be silks and velour is not the right word. Velvet.
Okay. Some
Nice fabrics.
nice fabrics, not like woven rugs or anything.
Fabric. I don't know what came out of my mouth.
Sorry?
I meant to say fabric. I don't.
That's fine. Yeah, that is exactly what came out of your mouth. But not like rugs that are already pre-done, but this is obviously somebody would have taken these. All right, well, Huckavis walks up on the party. He's got some kind of large meat-like object that he's gnawing on and basically says, it's good to see you all alive.
You as well. Where did you get the meat?
That first wagon that I thought that would have swords in it.
I thought we were carrying the swords.
I thought there was swords. I don't understand these things, but I rooted through it. I found some meat. There's some pickled things. Do you like I like pickled things.
I'd like to move through the various wagons and open them.
No, bye-bye now. See you later.
Wagons 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 do indeed each contain swords.
Okay.
What kind of swords are those, Idro?
Are they the same swords we saw on the boat?
Yeah.
Okay. They're the boat swords. By the way, the boat is gone.
Well, that's unfortunate, but are you telling me that these swords killed some boats? I'm confused.
I believe it is the same people who arrowed the boat. So really, we only need to get these 4 wagons to the castle.
Let me pause and ask the DM a serious question. Are these the silvered swords that we originally saw?
I don't remember any silvered swords.
I don't either. But these are these good? Okay.
Yeah, the quality boat
Idro,
swords.
are these very nice swords? What do you think? I don't know much about these things.
I mean, they are as nice as the swords we opened in the boat, because indeed they are the swords that we opened on the boat.
DM, are there still critters attached to the last 4 carts?
There are some in various states of life and.
I'd like to motion to the guy that I just offered 1,000 gold to.
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Arthid.
Arthid, do you think that you could organize a watch for these wagons overnight while my friends and I take a brief respite before heading into the castle?
I mean, I suppose I could, but they're only about an hour to the castle.
I realize that you know that the dominatrices who attacked us, they did a little damage. It'd be good for us to rest.
I'll do it.
Appreciate it, Arthid.
All right.
Appreciate it. And then he said his name.
Yep.
And then I will
read Aphid?
Arthid.
Arthid.
If it works.
Whatever.
Depends how much you respect him. So with that, Idril will reapproach the party. Well, I suggest we take a rest and then head out again in the morning. See how it goes then.
Huckavis almost literally slack-jaws stares at you and says, "Are you kidding me? We're going to abandon this property? And what? Go? Where are we going to rest? What, do you have a rest hole?"
Arthid,
Oh my god.
Yes,
you have a house.
I do.
Pay you 100 gold for us to stay in at night.
When you say 100 gold, Huckavis looks at you sharply.
Sure.
Okay, where is it? Can I have the key?
Key.
Okay, no key. Anyway, if anything happens here, please send a runner. Wake us up. We'll be here. Okay, day.
Okay.
Good times.
Wait a minute. Idril. Idril. What? Come here.
I will come there.
What the literal fuck? Do you have 100 gold? Do you have 1,000 gold?
We will if we get the wagons there.
Oh, so you're going to pay this simpleton 100 gold so you can stay in his house?
It's more that we burn the town down.
Oh, you want to burn the town down?
No, the town is already burned down enough. This
Oh,
will help
no.
them rebuild.
I would be very happy to continue the process and we could just destroy it all.
I mean, I understand that, and maybe if we don't make the money, this is a good choice. But for now,
There's a more important question.
okay.
Boys, come here. And he basically like does the two-finger come here to Mort. He's still unsure about Tristan, so he's not. But if Tristan wants to come, that's fine. He says, "We have a purpose. Am I the only one that remembers the Netheri's curse? Am I the only one that's concerned about us getting to the library so we can, oh my gosh, stop this next demon incursion? Is this just me? No is a fine answer because, a lot of demons come here. Maybe it'll be working out well for all of us. I don't know.
But before you go any further, hang on.
Yeah.
Tristan, did you go over or not?
He did. He wasn't invited. I mean, he didn't feel it. Yeah. No, I got it. But
excluding it. Okay.
all right. But he takes a few steps after Mort does and arrives there a bit late. And he arrives there when he says, "Library of Demons," and then he looks at you and goes, "What are you talking about, Huckvis?"
So our newest member, he doesn't even know our purpose. Crap. Tristan. And Huckvis is speaking very silently in case there are townspeople around. Tristan, they're trying to prevent incursion of the, and Ken, tell me if I'm wrong, we're trying to defeat the incursion of the Feywild. No, that's the wrong word. Not Feywild.
Shadowfell?
Thank you. We're trying to keep the Shadowfell from invading this place. All of this. It's very dire. I'm sorry. I thought you knew this.
No. Since I've been with you, we've talked about this job and helped the captain get us here. I thought that's what you were here for. It was just for a security type mission. Tell me more about this.
Huckavis's eyes have narrowed and are just staring daggers at you. And he says, "How do I know that you're not one of their agents?" And I'm prepared to roll a insight on whatever you say.
Yeah. I'm. How can I be certain that you're not, Huckabus? You kind of just Where did you go?
What do you mean?
Well,
Where did I go?
I was knocked unconscious and awoke to.
No. I'm sorry. I get it. I'm sorry you were knocked unconscious. I was pursuing our attackers.
You mean the gentleman that had the two in the black cloaks? Is that the one you're talking about?
The ones that whipped it good.
Yeah, wonderful. You
I've
should.
been waiting for that all day.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate you like Devo that much, but no, it's actually wonderful you do. Anyways,
I don't. But
yeah, I thought they were pretty good. Anyways, but he looks at you and goes, "Well, you mean the two gentlemen that were supporting Bane? It appears the god Bane."
What's a Bane?
He's a god. He's an evil god. He's pretty much the worst of the worst, Hakuvis. He's kind of like the leader of all of them. There's Shar and there's others. He's very malevolent and ruthless.
Is that who those VIP boys work for?
They were certainly
They
certainly.
spoke. I don't know if you are conversant on Inferno, but
I am actually.
over there, their safe word was in Inferno, which fascinated me because some familial, and he pointed his face and grins and nods as if to say, "Because I'm a fucking tiefling." So there's some of that.
And that's fine. What was their safe word?
Oh crap, Ken.
What?
I'm referring to what I texted you about this earlier today. It's what they said as they were running away.
Yep. And I answered your question. So,
They said that gets a tiefling, and then they just ran away. It was the weirdest thing. They should have absolutely. I mean, look at me. And Huckabus kind of looks at his butt and pulls an arrow out of his the haunch of himself and holds it up and looks down and hopes that he's not bleeding out and says, I mean, I was in a terrible state. They could have killed me easily, but yet all they yelled was kill the tiefling, and then they all ran away. I don't understand this. Huckabus is looking at this arrow. Is there anything striking about it?
no, it looks
It was like a normal arrow, right?
pretty dull and boring. Yep.
Dull and boring. Okay. Huckabus is going to kind of place it back in his pack and pull out his staff because he feels like he's going to need to lean on it. And he's going to say to Mort, Idril, and Tristan, we agreed to deliver these cards to that castle. And he's going to point up the hill. I think that it's a very bad idea for us to now stop. I think we should carry on.
How?
We can reattach these animals. We can get this out of the way. We can destroy those wagons that are mostly destroyed, and we should keep going. I think staying here is a bad idea.
That makes two of us, Sir Huckabus.
No, not so.
I said Huckabus. I said Huckabus.
I thought you said sir, but that's
no. The thing is this. So the first one had food. The second one had goods.
Fabulous. Yeah.
What about the last two? Because we know it was in the second floor. And then
Nathan, who has told us he has
he very much gets up and walks away and starts looking towards wagon 8 and 9 and 10.
The first two had food and goods. The next 5 have swords, and the last 3 have more mundane items.
Do we have enough critters that we could hook up and try and drive off?
And pull
Yeah,
five wagons.
Huckovich, wasn't it said that we were delivering all sorts?
That was my understanding, yeah. And look at this sword. And I think Huckovich has one. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
This is nothing. This is a mundane piece of equipment. I don't understand.
This
violent-
personally to me looks as if we were meant to have gotten caught, and they were going to take this stuff regardless. It looks like supplies for them.
What do you propose, Tristan?
I propose we leave this crap here and go to the castle.
I think that.
But I would like to take an hour. Because as you notice, my little buddy's gone.
I'm so sorry. Your little buddy was a lot of fun.
He's gonna be even more fun and pissed off when he comes back, I'm sure.
Oh, does he come back?
He'll come back. He goes back to his plane, and then I can summon him again. He'll come back.
As soon as you say his plane, Huck, like again, laser eyes on you and says, "Now tell me more about these planes." Let me ask you a serious question. What you're telling Huckovich is that DM, what time is it?
In game?
Mhm.
Yeah.
2 o'clock.
Okay.
In the afternoon.
He looks at Tristan and says, "Oh, so seriously, you just need to relax for a little while, and then your little buddy will come back."
Yeah. It's a bit of a spell that I cast, but it's not.
So you do have to focus when you do this?
It does. It takes me about an hour.
Can I ask you a serious question?
You can ask me any questions you need, Huckovich.
I have traveled far and wide in my life, and I have known many magical creatures.
Had you met a Kotor before?
I'm sorry?
Had you met a Kotor before then? Speaking of what Onyx is.
I'm sorry. Have I met a couture before?
Yeah. That's the race of what Onyx is.
Carl is lost there because a couture is a hair designer, I think.
Yeah, well, it's also what is the name of the race that
Onyx has fabulous hair.
He does. He has wonderful hair.
Fantastic. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Huckovich says, 9, but I have met many creatures, many things that do many magic things. Would you say that I've seen you do some magic, so Huckovich does some magic. I just grew up and I figured out, I can do this thing. And Huckovich goes, poof, and there's a little tiny fire right next to us. And he sits down and we have a little fire. So this is what I can do.
Right, and that's a very cool trick. And then
it's a trick, it's a little trick.
And then if it's a small fire, Tristan looks at it, concentrates for a moment, and puts it out with prestidigitation.
And Huckovich
You're not the only one that can control things.
And says, so Huckovich moves about this world, only beholden to what Huckovich needs and knows. Let me ask you, are you beholden to someone for that ability?
I do have a patron. I do have somebody that is. Have you ever heard of the? No, wait a minute. You spoke to Onyx because he told me you did. He told you this whole story.
I'm sorry. I am asking for verification. Sometimes it's good to ask for 2 sources.
I can understand.
Now,
absolutely.
Let's interrupt this for a half a second. Did you just say you put the fire out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Huckovich is sitting there, and we're in the street, and probably a lot of the peasants saw another fire and went, "Ah!" I don't know, and that's fine either way. It's fun color. But Huckovich would look at you when you put his fire out and say, "Ah, you're another warlock, aren't you?"
I would, yes, I'm the warlock of Palisade, of the Cardinals, since the reason that I introduced myself is Tristan of the Cardinals.
Right,
He
but I don't
is,
know what these Cardinals are. I don't know what a Tristan is. I'm beginning to understand, though, and
yes,
I
and
sense
then
that you and I are not at cross currents. And what I would like to suggest right this minute to you and Mort, and Idril if he's here, I'm not sure, is that we basically relax here for a while. We're going to stay here. These things are important. Maybe we can task some villagers. I don't know. Maybe we could get some more drivers, some more oxen. And after an hour or two, I mean, look, the goddamn castle's right there. And he points upwards. Sorry.
but my thought is going to be here, Huckabus, is that when we get there, they're not going to have any idea what this is. That's my thought.
Huckabus, I don't care. We were tasked to do something. The boat that we might have retreated on, I don't know, is burned to the ground. I actually don't know that Huck knows that.
That's yeah, you heard Idril say that before he went off. But I didn't see it with my eyes. You saw that. Is that correct, Mort?
I did, yes.
So basically, our only real recourse here was to bring these remnants to that castle. We might not get paid the full amount. Huckabus does not care, but once we're at that castle, we could maybe learn some things about where we are and how to get out of it. Okay?
I agree, my friend. But now, to give you a quick answer of where we come from, Onyx and I, he is absolutely from the Feywild, 100%.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but he's
Not
one.
again.
It's not a problem. My
It's always a problem, believe me.
What?
It's always a problem.
Did you travel with a warlock previously?
Yeah, in the Feywild. Listen, you need to do what exactly to get your little buddy back? Because I like little buddies. Little buddies are fabulous. I wish I had one. That'd be so delightful.
Just give me some time. That's all it will take.
How much time do you need?
I need an hour.
Now give us no where. We'll Huck,
why don't we do this, Huckabus?
No,
you give me the time that you need. Hold on. Give me the time that you need.
Pedro.
I mean that I need. And then you guys can sort out the
Yeah,
wagon situation, and then we go to where we need to go.
That's exactly where I'm going. Huck, Mort, Idril, input.
Idril's already gone to go sleep in Arthur's house.
I don't like that guy at all.
Man,
What are you doing, Mort?
If I could just jump in for a second here. So
Oh, please, for God's sake.
I think we're on the same. I've been listening with rapt attention over these last several minutes. So it seems like we're all on the same page here. We want to deliver the carts. We're going to have some of the townspeople watch them. We're all in kind of a bad way because several of us died. Not me, but others. I don't want to name names. Be rude. And we need to just rest for a little bit before we finish delivering. As Idril mentioned before he went to go to sleep. Well, we do eventually need to leave the Moonshays. In order to do that, we have to have money to pay for a new ship. To pay for a new ship, the easiest, most likely way to do that is to deliver these goods. But we can't do that in our current state. So, as I think Idril would say before he left, we need to take a break, go to sleep for a little bit before we finish delivering these things that are being watched over by the townspeople. and then we can do all the things that we need to do to stop the Shadowfell from invading. And then I walk off to go to sleep.
Where are you going? Are you going to join Idril at the?
At Arthur's house, yes. We bought out the whole house. Well, Idril did, but
For 100 gold, I guess you did. Meanwhile, I would say Huckavus is staying there with the stuff and things, taking a short rest with.
Tristan. Tristan's going to do the exact same thing. He's going to take the time that he needs. He's going to recast Onyx. Onyx is, again, like I said, going to be pissed when he comes back. I'm not interested in going to this man's house anyway, shape, or form.
I'm crashing on the couch.
Tell us how great this man's house is.
This man's one-room shanty contains a modest cot, fortunately bed-bug-free.
Good.
There's a table with 2 3-legged stools, one of which is slightly wobbly. And there's a cabinet with some fishy foodstuffs.
Okay.
And there's a fireplace with enough of a fire to cook food over, kind of simmering.
Is there like a chest of drawers or something?
Are there like potatoes?
Go ahead.
There are radishes.
Okay. So Idril is first going to post up and do the whole elf meditation bullshit on a stool, leaving the cot for Mort. And that's how Mort will find him. And assuming we're just sleeping, I'm then going to carve some radishes when I wake up, because that's a good use of 4 other hours of time.
All right.
I will sleep on the bed-bug-free cot for 8 hours.
Okay. All right, so you guys are planning on an actual long rest.
Correct.
Okay. You going back to the wagons, I'm hearing short rest. So we'll go back to the wagons.
They're going to be bored for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
No, it was Huck's intention to take a short rest, and I rolled some hit die, and things happened. And then he would start trying to communicate again with Tristan, because that was his understanding of Tristan's timeline, and trying to find a place that we could get more drivers and or oxen.
No, absolutely. That is exactly what the intentions of Tristan is as well. He will certainly help Huckavus with this. They will have a grand conversation of everything that is important about Tristan. During this time, they will be rather familiar when they're done.
Are we buddies?
Hang on.
I didn't say that. I just said familiar.
What does Huck do when he's bored?
What does Huckavus Nowhere do when he's bored?
Yeah, just in general.
I'm not sure Huckavus Nowhere is ever bored, but he would play with his rattle.
Okay.
Because that's, kind of, the thing that roots him to reality is his rattle.
Yep.
It's the thing that roots him to what he has been comfortable with in life. Is his rattle. Make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's kind of what he's doing if he's bored.
All right, so you guys chill for about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You're finishing up your incantation, Tristan.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't cost me anything because it's pack of the chain.
Fine. I'm going to finish.
Mm-hmm.
You finish your incantation. You say the last little bit of for a second. Nothing seems to happen.
Mhm.
And then you hear this rattling from over where Huckabus is sitting.
Mhm.
And Onyx appears. Poof. Like between the two of them.
Hey, buddy. Hi, hey. What is his general? He's angry with me, isn't he?
That was your response. He responded.
Yeah.
We heard it.
Yep. And he'd walk over towards him.
He goes invisible.
Yeah. It's Hey, it wasn't my fault. I fell first. You can't be angry at me on that. We were doing as we were told by Taliesin. Just don't. You can't be angry with me.
Roll me a perception check, Huckabus.
He's gone. Like it looks like. Oh wait, maybe not.
Sorry, I lost my connection. I'm back.
Roll me.
He has to do. Yeah, roll a perception check. Right, you're muted.
Yes, sorry, lost my connection. I'm back. You need a perception check. Here it comes. It's not very good. 11.
Okay. Carry on.
And then he was talking outwardly to Onyx, but then he starts talking to him telepathically. And he goes, "Buddy, you can't hold me to that. We were in the midst of that fight. I fell before you did. I know we're supposed to be here to protect each other, and I heard that you fought valiantly after I fell. It's as it should be."
You can't protect me if you don't protect yourself.
Does Huckabus hear any of this, or is this?
No. This
No?
is all happening. This is all happening telepathically at this point. And I understand that. Just I know that you told me you'd only give me one chance. I know that, and there's no way that we could go through this entire lifetime together with each other and not you fall. You knew that I'd be able to bring you back.
Not if you're dead.
Clearly, but I'm not.
But you were.
That's that. I was. And we know what happens to you.
Can bring you back every time?
Well, I hope that doesn't have to happen again.
Mm-hmm. You're going to fall in with a slot, are you?
Taliesin has told me to make the decision that he thinks is the best for the both of us.
Uh-huh.
What is your thought here, Onyx? You are part of the both of us.
I thought you were told to make decisions best for both of us.
But you have a say in this, there, buddy.
So you're going to keep getting yourself killed?
I don't plan on it.
So I'm guessing that this is all going on in your head, and Huckabus is just staring at you, going, "Come on, dude!
Yeah.
I thought we were doing this thing, right?"
You see him making weird faces.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
And I'm deaf and blind, so I don't even hear you or see you. So
Cool. Okay.
It's a no. I don't want to ever die again. Why would anybody want to do that? But I don't have the same ability as you, just to bamf back, to the
Oh, you think
Feywild.
it's fun, did you? You think it's fun?
Did I say it was fun, Onyx?
Sound like you think it's fun. Oh, just bounce back. Poof! Look, Onyx is back. Onyx, go set off that trap. Onyx, go do this. Onyx, go fight that manicore. Blah, blah, blah.
That's fine, little buddy. If I need to gain your trust like I did in the beginning, I guess that's something that I'll have to do.
Uh-huh. We'll see. You're the boss.
And he comes back to reality again, and a single tear falls down his face. And he looks up, and I'm
There's
assuming
Huckleberry's candy striped face just beelining at you, going, "You're the strangest creature I think I've ever known."
I was just communicating with Onyx. Did you not see him appear?
Did I see him appear?
No. All right.
None.
So
I saw nothing. You just
He's
kind of
here.
blacked out for a while, and I don't know what you were doing. It was
Yeah,
very
that-
strange.
that happens between Onyx and I and Taliesin and such. It's kind of a warlock thing. You said you've traveled one before. It can't be the first time you've seen somebody do that.
No. I think that there are different warlocks that do different things. And,
Oh, clearly.
clearly. All right.
Well, is every magic user the same, such as yourself?
Ha, ha, ha. I'm Huckleberry Nova. There's no one like me. And when he says that, his eyes sparkle and go all big golden and like, I finally figured it out. His eyes go big, sparkly, and magma. Magma?
Mhm.
Magna? Magna. No, that's the right word.
You mean like Lava S or like anime?
Anime. Total anime. And he doesn't hold it for long. He lets it drop and says, "So we're going to go up to the castle?" He points to the castle. You and me, once these... And I'm not sure if Huck has had any time or ability to get more drivers or oxen to carry those.
Well, it appears as if we have enough oxen just to move the ones with the swords. There's 10 of them that look okay to me. That was determined when you were gone.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I keep, as we say, losing connections. So let's do that. Let's absolutely do that.
You do find out in your inquiries that basically the 10 sets were pretty much all the oxen that are in the area. They very rarely do they need anywhere near that many. There are no other oxen available.
So what we have is what we have.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well,
wondering if we can hook them up to the basic sword. Okay, sorry. Let me step back then. How many carts, comma, and how many oxen per cart does Huck think we need to get up that hill?
Well, I mean, if you want to deliver just the swords,
Mm-hmm.
then you would need the 5 carts that are already loaded with the swords, and you would need 10 oxen.
this is exactly what we have, Huckleberry.
Oh, well, then let's... Huck looks around. I mean, we're still kind of in a public square. And he yells out, "Is there anyone who wants a couple of coppers to go see their lord?"
Copper to do what?
Wants a couple of coppers to go see their lord. He's trying to enlist some of these local yokels.
Right.
To drive the carts.
You get some volunteers, sure.
Well, Huckleberry, can you drive one? Because I believe I could.
I'm not sure if I can, actually. This is not very high
It's
in my
crappy
list of things I know how to do.
I wouldn't say it's one of the things I absolutely know how to do either, but I'm sure I can drive a wagon.
I'm not sure, but I will try.
And Tristan does get up onto the first one and tries to maneuver it around so it's over away from the wreckage of the others.
All right, we're doing this. I think Huck would probably take the last one.
If anybody else would like to come with me, we're going to be dropping off the rest of these wares. He says outwardly.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
Busy sleeping.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Onyx.
Shaving radishes.
Yeah, that was Onyx just talking. Yeah, I was just talking to Onyx to see if he was going to follow. He certainly would try to maneuver the wagon forward towards where he knows it needs to go. Did we find 3 other drivers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I just want to make absolutely certain I understand what's happening here.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd also like to be on the same page.
Yeah, put Huck and Tristan state specifically what you're getting ready to do, what you have just started doing.
Well, from what Tristan understood, is that we were going to, with the very obscure conversation that he had with Huckovus, he gathered from it that we were going to go and deliver these 5 wagons to the keep. So he's making that happen.
Okay.
If I understand it, Tristan is in the front trying to run a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
We have intermediaries, and then Huckovus is in the back trying to run a wagon.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Headed towards the castle.
the 2 of you and 3 townsfolk
Yep.
are taking
Yep.
these 5 wagons full of swords to the castle.
Can I do the recap?
Sure.
Oh my God, yes you can.
Huck and Tristan make good decisions.
No, they don't.
See you next week on the Mort and Idril show. Okay, well, we'll continue sleeping and shaving radishes while you guys die.
I'm really not sure why you're sleeping nor shaving radishes, but
Exactly.
Mostly because we all died in the last fight.
I
The
actually
rest.
I lost like 5 hit points.
Yeah, whatever. I like
Oh man, you
sleep
better.
and shave radishes. I was down to like 7.
Well, that's the decision that's been made, I believe.
yep.
Quit.
Okie doke. So you've begin heading north.
We're headed north.
Okie dokie.
He is DM for God, you fuckwits. So you're making me do this.
Maybe there's a rogue wizard that casts sleep on the entire wagon train.
What's that?
Maybe there's a rogue wizard that just casts sleep on
Shut
the
up,
entire
Andy.
You got a point of inspiration there, Mort.
Andy. God damn it.
It's
There
only
are
funny
easier
for-
ways to just kill him.
All
I
right.
have to see him tomorrow night, for God's sakes.
You
I
get,
didn't
about,
mean Andy, I meant Huck.
Yeah, well.
you get about 15 minutes.
Are we going upwards?
Well, I mean, northward.
Yeah, but north and up, right?
Yeah. A little bit up, a little bit north. Not so much up yet.
So then down is east, right?
No, the east-west is pretty flat, relatively. It's just a little.
I just want to down, but okay.
I'm looking to make a Jefferson's reference myself, but
But don't feel compelled to do so.
to the east side? Come on.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Don't feel compelled.
Too late.
Because, I'll just make Huck live forever.
Well,
Yeah, you can do about it. So anyhow, After about 15 minutes, you can make me both make me spot checks with advantage, perception checks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And my last chance is to use Dice Stream. Come on, Dice Stream. Oh, there we are. Perception check with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
It's an unnatural 18 for Tristan.
Okay. You both are very easily spot the band of 40 uniformed soldier types heading in your direction from the north.
40.
Nice.
I'm sorry,
And
40 uniformed what?
Soldier types.
Is it black? Are they part of that brigade?
Or do they look like they come for, or does it look more organized?
They look organized, they look uniform, and they look in less black and purple and more
Good.
greens and whites.
Huckavus is somewhere in the back of this wagon train, somehow is controlling these auction and whatnot, and so gonna basically turn it over to the front of the.
Yeah, no, Tristan's up there and he's happy to be there. So he would stop the wagon and call out to the gentleman in front of him and goes, "Gentlemen, you are the guard of the castle, is that correct?"
Aye.
We are bringing a delivery from Panthros of swords to the king.
Excellent. We've been waiting on those. They're very important.
Wonderful. We were fell by bandits at the town down the road there. So some of the other supplies that were not swords have been lost, unfortunately.
We'll survive those, I suspect. Are you wounded? Are you injured?
I fell. I have since healed myself.
From the back, Huck says, "Yeah."
We did lose half of the oxen and, again, the other wagons and every one of the drivers. This is not something I usually do, sir. But we are certainly here to deliver on the goods that we have. If we could have passage, that would be wonderful.
Seems as though you brought what's important.
Thank you very much, sir.
You may pass on through. We'll escort you back to the keep. The Lord will be glad to see you.
We have two more compatriots that were a bit more damaged than us. They will probably be joining us here in a matter of hours.
We could go get them if you'd like.
They were much more
goes, meh.
They were much more interested in sleeping than helping.
Leave that decision up to you.
Well, if they can I give you their names, and if they make their way this way, they will be given passage.
I suppose if that's...
There is a gnome named Mordecai and a elf or half elf or something of that effect. His name is Idril.
Before you go, though, what befell you? What happened?
Well, what I would very much like to conversate about that, but I think that we should do it in the confines of the castle, sir.
Well, I mean, we have a ways to go. Can you not tell me on the way?
And he invites him to come up and sit on the wagon with him.
He says, first, let me go to the back.
Yes,
Go ahead.
The person driving the last wagon is one of my party members of the security team that was meant to bring this. He is a tiefling. I promise you that he is trustworthy.
Very well. Goes to the back and he says, you're wounded, sir.
Yeah. It's been a very difficult day since I came to the Sensei's.
He says, I'm quite saddened by that. Here, this is the least I can do. And he sings praises to Shawnate and touches you, and you gain 22 hit points.
Huckleberry says, "Oh, Shawnate all day. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Stop eating my dinner, you damn dog." So that's lovely.
Are you well? Do you need more?
Yeah, I am magnificent. I thank you for this beneficent
Do
gift.
not thank me. Thank the goddess. I am but the vessel.
Your goddess's will towards me. So I do want to thank you. I would thank your goddess Shantae as well. Yes, I did. Sorry.
And he says, well, if you're well, then you'll excuse me.
9. May I ask you a few questions?
Certainly.
Well, what's your friend? What's your name, friend?
I am Ansible.
Ansible. Are you a I apologize, but that's we were contracted by an individual to come and bring what we thought was swords for your master. Kendrel, right? Kendrel?
Kendrel is the High King.
Oh, crap.
My lord is Caldrith.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Harkavus gets these things confused. So we're bringing these swords, and I'm sorry to say this to you, there's nothing spectacular about them. They're just nice swords.
He looks over the 5 wagons. He says, do you know how long it would take to make this many swords?
About here, in these islands of Sinchel?
Yes.
No, I don't know. My name is Harkavus Nover. I know very little about swords when we get down to the details.
It takes quite some time to make a single sword, if you have the resources.
Are the resources not available here?
Not in the quantities that are needed to.
So why does your lord need all these? Tell me, you and me. I think that we are both working men. I think they're both kind of responsible to other peoples. What is the need of all these weapons?
I will tell you that there are dark times.
Yes.
On the Isles.
Is there dark times every time?
I believe the Lord will do a much better job of.
Oh no! I want to know the common man's take on it. When we get to lords and
the common man, and he kind of looks around at the other 3 who are driving the wagons, and he lowers his voice. He says, the common man knows very little, and it's probably best it stay that way.
Now let me ask you another question, if we're going to speak lowly and in a little tiny voice, because Harkavus can do that. And suddenly Harkavus is thaumaturgying his voice to this guy so nobody else can hear this. Tell me what you're afraid of, friend. Now, he might not know that I'm thaumaturgying it, so I get that.
There are many dark things that have arrived on the Isles lately, from evil priests, beasts, and worse things. But I don't know. I would be more comfortable if you received these words from the Lord himself.
I understand you wish me to speak with your master.
You may
But
speak with him or not, that is your choice, but
No,
I am not comfortable answering these questions.
No, that is fine. I do. You have children here in these islands?
Yes?
You have family? I wish you and your family to be very well. I've myself suffered loss of multiple family and friends, and I feel the pain of what you might be facing. I want you to know that my name is Huckabus Nova. Und? Ken, did I already ask this guy his name?
Yes, you did.
What was his name? I didn't write it down.
Oh, well. His name is,
Come on.
is rolled up to the next page. All right. And out, I forgot.
No,
I don't need it anymore. But
don't worry about it. I'll get back to it.
I'll get to you in a second. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. My name is Huckabus Nova, and I want you to know that if there's anything that I can do for you and your family, all you have to do is find me. And his eyes get all sparkly, big and hooba-doobery. As he's saying this, he's trying to basically entice this guy to be not a minion, that's a dumb word for what I'm trying to do, but basically to know and understand and immediately respect that Huckabus gets him. Trying to suck him in a little bit.
Okay.
Trying to make him like the coffee barista that one meets and totally does so. Anyway, it's not important.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
His name is Ansible.
Ansible, you be well and take care of yourself and your family. And I as Huckabus will do my best to always be there for you. You holler, you yell out loudly if you need a Nova. You understand me?
Roll me a, what is it, diplomacy or whatever it is nowadays?
Could be. Could be a deception.
Whichever is appropriate.
All right.
It's probably more persuasion.
Yeah, it's persuasion, which is new. So let's try that. That's fun. That's a wisdom based. Come on, wisdom. Oh,
Based.
that's
Christmas based.
right. That's a 15
Okay.
total.
Okay.
Are we leaving?
Yes, your friend is well. We certainly, and he comes up to the front wagon and gets on there with you.
Okay. And he will absolutely tell him the entire story of what he knows until he passed out.
Give me the highlights of what you actually tell him.
Okay, so he tells him that he even tells him a bit of his story. He tells him that his name is Tristan of the Cardinals. He is new with the party, and he won't lie about that. That he was told that we are to deliver these goods to this keep, and that we did so, knowing that there may be bandits. We even asked into the original town that we landed that it shouldn't be that much of an issue. He would profess that he feels like there was maybe a bit of an inside job there. Because
hang on. When you tell him that part,
Mhm.
kind of nods his head and he says that's good actually. We are trying to keep the severity of the situation from the populace if they knew.
So what do you know about this, sir? Is this something that it probably was? It seems is. We've also been told that our ship that we arrived on was also burnt, and it seems like it was from the same people. Who is this Panthrios?
He's an agent of the Lord.
Oh,
And he
no.
and he's a well-respected agent of the Lord.
He is, yes.
You know him personally.
I do.
What's your feelings of Panthrios? Would you call him a friend?
Don't know that he has a lot of friends, but he was cordial. He was dependable.
He agree with him on. I mean, he'd agree with him on those things. I mean, he was very cordial to us, so on and so forth. Okay. He's nowhere to be found. From what we know.
That is one of his skills.
Okay, just wanted to let you know that, and then he would explain to him what happened when they got there. That there was seemed to be about 12 archers, and he would mention the two guys in black, but he wouldn't talk about the fact that he knows that they're Bane.
So he gets kind of that look of, oh crap, those guys kind of.
Have you seen them before?
I have not seen them myself, but I have heard rumors, reports of them.
Wonderful. Well, I would certainly like to talk to your lord, deliver as we were told, and myself take a good. And then he thinks for a moment. He's like, he feels just fine. And again, he's a warlock, so he gets all his spell slots back and everything. He's like, and he's like, yeah, we could definitely take some time. I'm sure with the delivery that the Lord will be cordial to us. Is that correct, sir?
Oh yes. He'll be quite pleased.
Wonderful. Let's make haste then.
We're almost there, just over the next ridge, and then we'll be there. And indeed, unless you'd like to do something else.
Nope, I'm good.
You arrive and you're waved into the keep. Men begin scurrying about, dealing with the oxen and starting to deal with the contents of the wagons. He says, Ansible says, do you need a few moments to gather yourself? To both of you?
I would certainly like to maybe clean up a bit before meeting a man of such respect.
Huckavis says, 9. I'm ready. Whatever I need to do.
All right. So he says, I'll tell you what, I'll give you just a few minutes. I'll go tell the Lord that you're here, and I'm sure he'll want to see you post haste.
I hope so. And he looks at Tristan and says, we barely know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that worked out well.
Count you as a friend so far. I wish that our other two friends were with us. But right now it's you and me.
Well, they made that decision, Huckavis, and he gives him a handshake, maybe even like the forearm handshake, of two men that that are very much.
Huckleberry holds his hand out for a high five.
Okay, and he looks at you for a second and goes ahead and high fives you.
We're a similar. Are you? I don't remember. Are you a human?
He is a
half elf. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
he's half
so
elf.
we're of a similar size. So Huckleberry literally just like puts his hand out. You handshake. He's like, "This is okay, bro. Great. Let's agree that no matter what happens in here, we're going to back each other's plays. Do you understand me?"
Absolutely,
and he gets really quiet and he says, "If I start lying, don't disagree with me. Do you understand?"
I do, but there's no reason to lie. You know what I mean? We should. Yeah, and he shuts his mouth. He shuts his mouth, and then I kind of feel that Onyx would jump into his brain and go, "Listen to him." Okay, yeah, I think you're right. He says.
But we didn't get to see Onyx, right?
No, unless
Onyx
Ken
is still
is
invisible.
giving me,
Yeah.
unless Ken is giving me full control over him again. Yeah, no, he's invisible. I don't even know if he followed us because.
Just as I want you to know is that sometimes Huckleberry spreads the truth a little loosely. Okay, and so when we speak with this Lord Kendrell?
Yeah, Kindle.
Caldeth.
Oh, I need to.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Open this up and go. Oh, crap! That's the wrong thing. Caldeth. I thought Kendrell.
Kindle is the king of all of the land, sir.
Oh, we're meeting the Lord, not the King. Got it.
Right.
Caldeth. Sorry. So just knows that sometimes Alchemist wants to stretch or embellish. Go visit. Do you understand?
And he gives you a wink.
All right. Very good. And I guess then we will await our summons.
Tristan would like to, he's probably a bit dirty, clean up his face, make sure that he looks presentable.
He
ahead.
doesn't give a shit.
Right. And go ahead and tries to communicate with Onyx. Is he able to? Well, I can communicate with him wherever he is on the entire plane that we're on because of one of his abilities. But I go, "Are you here with me, buddy?"
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm talking to Onyx.
Yeah.
And it's telepathic again. Well, it's okay.
What?
No, it's.
All right, I'm here. What you bitching about now?
I'm not bitching about anything. Why? That's fine. I know it. So the 100 years of wonderfulness that we just had together when we were on the
Slave ship?
No, not the slave ship. Come on, Onyx.
That was only back from the dead when you were originally found by the big guy? When I was dead? When you were dead? Which one of these wonderful times are we thinking about right now? Because I'm getting confused amongst all the wonder.
Right. That's absolutely true. However you feel, buddy. And he stops talking to me.
I'm here.
Yes.
So at this time, there's a knock at the door.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ready, the Lord will see you now.
Absolutely.
I didn't know there was a door, but Huckleberry nods.
Did the fact there's a door there, did that affect your play? We can go and retcon it if necessary.
Nah, it's not important. I didn't know we were inside. I thought we were still in the courtyard or something. It doesn't matter.
There's a wrap upon the bead curtain.
Nice, hippie.
So, you're led into a very rustic hall. Um, see a stout man with a thick mustache. He's probably about 50 would be your guess. He looks like he once was likely a mighty warrior, but is starting to go to fad a little bit. He's wearing a rich tunic and has a long sword scabbarded at his hip. When he sees you, he without saying anything, he picks up some metal flagons from a side table, pours them full of from a crystal decanter, and he looks again, and he kind of looks a little bit confused, and he says, he pours one for himself as well, and he says, "Oh, here, please."
And certainly Tristan would take it graciously. He's going to smell it.
May we assume that there's a retinue? It's not just him.
Right, but they're all kind of standing as unobtrusively as they can.
And by retinue, I mean, is this like full court?
No, there's probably
Him and his guard?
Yes, you
Him
could.
and his-
There's like a couple of like men at arm types, and then there's like 3 or 4 more foppish noble types, perhaps bards, or just noble
Okay.
types.
Huckabus is going to let Tristan take the lead here.
So, what do you do with your offered beverage? It smells like water, Tristan.
It does smell like water. Okay. He'll graciously kind of salute up to it and take a swig.
Huck,
Huck
Is it indeed
looks
water?
at this drink and kind of cheers at it and smells it and realizes it's water and says, "Oh, I'm so very sorry. Huckabus Nover can only drink ale. This is not for me. I don't mean to offend
oh no
my
offense,
new friend."
no offense, and he reaches his hand out to take it back.
Oh, and he hands it right back.
Okay, so he takes a swig out of his,
Mhm.
and he very very slowly turns yours over and pours it out on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Calmly nods and says, "Lady Chantea, may this return of dew enrich thee."
Huckabus, in a very, like, if anybody knew Huck, he would know it'd be bullshit. But he puts his hands together and bows his head and says, "Namaste."
He says, "I'm sorry, friend. What did you say that you required?"
Huckabus Nover is my name. Good evening. And he kind of bows towards this guy.
Where are my manners? I am Lord Caldith.
I've heard much about you from some of your associates. Huckabus Nover is a big devotee of ale. He does not drink other things. No offense again. This is this world, and this is where we are. I'm very pleased to meet you. I was introduced to your visageness, I believe, by crap. I'm gonna have to open Windows. By your damn it. I should have been ready for this. I'm so sorry. I was introduced to you by your proxy who came to my island. I'm sorry, my city. Who wanted these swords delivered that we just brought. I do apologize. There was thank you. There was an attack when we were leaving Elfor, and we lost all your fabrics. and we lost all your fancy foods. I did have a very charred haunch out of some of that. But in the meantime, half my party is still suffering in Aelthor, and myself and...
Suffering? How so?
Well, we were attacked.
Yes. Are they? I mean, were they diseased? Were they poisoned? Were they?
999. They were just attacked. They were bleeding.
They're wounded.
Aye, as was I. As was actually my new friend here was also wounded. In fact, I believe my new friend here was knocked unconscious.
To help them, where are they? What?
They're staying in a home back in the village there, sir.
No bother. I'm certain that someone in the village can point us to where they're staying. So I'll have one of my priests go attend to them.
Can Huckavis? I figure we've been in this room, and I mean, is this guy on like a traditional king dais? What are we doing here?
Much more rustic. He does have like a big chair, but it doesn't. I mean, it probably qualifies as a throne, but it's not like ornate, opulent. Much more of a, just kind of like you might see in just like in a more rural kind of setup.
Sure. Can Huck, as we're talking, peer closely at this guy and try and figure out like what he is? I'm asking specifically. I presume he's human. Maybe that's the first stop.
All right.
I don't know. I presume he's human. I don't know if he's human, but I want to see if he's got some undeady bits about him, basically.
Okay.
That's nice. That's an 18. I don't know what the plus would be.
That's fine.
If it's an investigation, it's -1. If it's inside, it's plus something. It doesn't matter.
You don't see anything that you think would be undead, but your close observation, you do think that he has some. His primary stock is that of the villagers, but
yeah.
He does have some of the traits of the other folk that you saw, the more barbaric tribesmen, like maybe a quarter or something like that.
I'm sorry, I don't know barbaric tribesmen. I don't know what you're talking about there.
You've been missing, huh? The folks that you killed,
yeah,
most of them looked
vaguely barbaric. Okay.
Different stock than the.
Okay, fair enough. Huck will try and continue on this conversation. Yeah, our friends, they felt very poorly, very uncomfortable after that fight, and perhaps the perpetrators of these things, they were all dressed in black, and hey, you got the name of their gods, right? And he's looking at.
Are you talking to Shantae?
Yes. No. They all seem to love Shantae, but I think that you got the name of the very Dark Lords, that these whip fellows that attacked us, right?
Yes, absolutely, my lord. It seems as if during that fight there were two gentlemen. Well, I think they were gentlemen. Two figures that were cloaked in black and carried a weapon I've never seen before. It was like an electrified whip. And they seem to, yeah, lovely. They seem to be carrying the symbol of Bane.
Yes.
Now, when he says the symbol of Bane, I don't think they actually struck it, and it said Bane. However, they were definitely not very pleasant, and they really wanted to give us what for.
They tried to kill us.
Yeah. what he said.
What did you say?
They tried to kill us, my lord.
Yes,
And I believe that they were in a language that strangely the two of us understand. They talked about trying to kill my friend here.
I know these evil men you speak of. Goddess take them.
Yes, Shantae. She's a wonderful goddess, sir.
Indeed. But she can be harsh when needed, which these men need.
That is unfortunate how many of the gods are.
Yes. But in this case, perhaps it is fortunate, for as I said, this is what these serpents need. They do indeed serve Bane, and they are gathering strength, even as the Northmen did.
I'm sorry.
Take over our lands one by one. All over Gwyneth and Alaron, and from what I've heard, even in the kingdoms of the Northmen, these foul priests are rising.
No.
Very concerning.
And he looks at Tristan. Sorry, hang on.
Go ahead.
Did I get your name?
Yes, my name is Tristan of the Cardinals, sir. I am here for your service.
I hope that's true.
Oh, it is absolutely true. And he looks directly at him and he said, "My patron is Talisid of the Cardinals."
He kind of shakes his head like what's that name? But he says, "But you have fulfilled your mission, and for that, myself and all the land will be grateful. I assure you."
Yes, being on properly is important.
If you would like your revenge on these dark figures, perhaps we can work out another arrangement.
At this point, Huckabus is like raising his hand as if to go ooh 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 ooh.
Yes.
As if it was a statement of payment.
Oh, of course. Yes. He kind of motions one of the gentlemen over and he speaks slowly to him, and he says, "Yes, he will go fetch it now, and it'll be back in just a few minutes."
Huckabus says, "That's lovely." And it seems that myself have business on the coast. I need to get to the Kendall Keep. If you have further need of us, I certainly can help my friend here and my other two friends, and we can remain. But our business is rather pressing. So, is there anything you can do? He looks at him.
I will be happy to provide you passage on the next ship that arrives.
Do you know when that might be?
With the storms, it's been a bit chaotic lately.
Great. That's actually how we wound up here, because of the storms. In the meanwhile, my name is Huckabus Nova. I, like my friend here, am at your disposal. And he gives a half bow.
Okay, and you get a quarter bow in return.
Mm-hmm. More than I would have expected.
He says, allow me to finish so that you know the story before you make it.
Who was it? Sorry, Kim.
What?
No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. It was just me muttering.
Interrupt. Sex.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Meh, meh. No, Ken, go. Sorry. I'm muting.
First thing, before I go further, is I will ask you to, I mean, not forbidding you to speak of it, but just be cautious in spreading the word. We're trying to keep it as under wraps as possible to avoid a panic in the area. But most folk know know about the brigands, organized, well informed. Um, appears that these priests are feeding them, hiding them, healing them when we would actually hunt them down. They would heal their wounds. Then came the beasts, creatures of the like I've never seen, nor have we fought since the times of our grandsires. We no sooner hunted down the worst of them when the undead rose. Even our friends who had fallen in just the day before fighting these things. There are many of these gruesome grave creatures that still walk the land itself. And then came the wild magic. Druids slain in their groves or just spoiled. Local lords and farmers twisted or slain by fell magic. Even more undead rising from all of it to dance to the tune of these new lords of the land. They call themselves the Risen Cult. They harry the farm folk and busy merchants. You can tell as he goes on with this tale that his voice is getting angrier and angrier. He stops himself, takes a deep breath. I'm sorry. It bothers me. Did you have any questions? I'm sorry. No?
Sir, yes. So this has been an ongoing issue here in the islands. Is that correct?
For the last few seasons, yes.
And I understand the progression. It's certainly very concerning. And Tristan looks over at Huckavis and goes, "We do have pressing business that may actually be connected to all of this. We are to go to a library and try to figure out information about a demon incursion that is happening on the Sword Coast. My friend Huckavis here has much more information about this. I'm not sure if that's connected." Faerun and the Sword Coast are the same thing, guys.
What's the same thing?
The Sword Coast and the Faerun are it's just the name of the continent or the
right.
Actual area.
Continent of the Sword Coast. So if Faerun is North America, then the Sword Coast would be California or
right. Yeah, absolutely.
He has this kind of look of frustration comes over his face. Well, then perhaps doing this will help you with your goal. And as I said, I will see to it that you receive passage as you, at the time of your choosing, so long as there is passage available.
Makes sense, sir. I wouldn't think that this isn't all interconnected. I wouldn't be that naive.
Yes, it could be. And as I said, he kind of has a look of frustration. He says, speaking kind of lowly, not whispering, but just in kind of a exhausted, you know how you sometimes speak more lowly when you're exhausted, more quietly.
Yeah. Okay.
The goddess of old had horns and teeth, even disease to fight for her, to keep the balance. This lady Shawnate, who is our goddess now, is gentler. She needs us to fight for her, even more than the Earth Mother needed those led by our current High King. I do not enjoy saying this, but I need you. I cannot promise victory or survival, but I can promise the bards will sing of you. I only ask for as long as you have to stay. If you must go, you must go.
Again, my lord, I wouldn't be naive to think that this isn't all interconnected.
What sort of twisted higher power would interconnect all these things?
I don't think it comes from a higher power. I think it comes from a lower one, my lord.
Ah, I see. Very well. And at that time, the gentleman that he sent out returns, and he has 4 other people with him. They all carry large sacks, and they hand 2 sacks, 1 sack to each of you.
Well, we should each be taking 2 sacks because there's only 2 of us here.
Right. They handed 1 each. That's 2.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Now, it looks like we lost Carl here about 4 or 5 minutes ago, but he would graciously take them, and say, "Can
Actually, hold that thought, Corey. Since Carl's not here and I have to run to the restroom, let us take 3 minutes, and I'll be right back.
yes, sir."
Woo!
Oh, well, so at least the sidebar's having fun.
Yeah, the sidebar's great tonight.
Yeah.
You do know that
You guys look like you're having a good
Sachet
time.
is now a second goddess. Shantae is not Sachet.
You talking to me?
No,
I'm talking to
I-
Corey.
I
just,
do.
Okay.
I only started reading the sidebar when I saw the Faerun thing, so I don't have any idea. I can go back up and look.
Sorry, there's been a very strong RuPaul's Drag Race theme tonight in the sidebar.
Yeah, it looks as if you guys are having a great time over there.
I almost
whilst you're
inserted
sleeping.
when the whole Faerun conversation came into the game. It's like, that's not what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, you guys seem to be keeping yourselves occupied whilst sleeping.
I mean, we're asleep, and you can't pay too close of attention because then we'll know too much.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
we're definitely
Andy,
coming.
I think we should wake up and just sail away.
I mean, we've got to get the Candlekeep.
It's true, and I think that should be what the Lady Sachet tells us when we get up, that we just need to sachet away.
I mean, all I remember really before going to bed was Hugvis was insistent that it was our moral imperative that we get the Candlekeep.
It's
and he's
true
not there when it does. I can only assume.
that that's what they did.
Exactly.
Because we'll have
So
no idea.
How could I? There were no notes left. No,
But you're gonna wake up and see that there's 5 wagons missing.
Not if we go straight to the docks. There's
But you're not going back to that
imperative.
town.
There's no moral
no,
imperative.
Arthur lives in town. Arthur lives on the docks.
Yeah, we're in town. We were like 2 houses away from you guys, and you're like, deuces.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got to do what you guys got to do.
That's fine. Oh,
He is so morally good that he's just doing as he was told. So he followed the rest of the mission, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. I'm sure he's going to decide here with the Lord here in just a moment or two.
yep.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all you can say.
I started lying. I feel like that's happened.
Well, I don't know. He's not here. So
I know. He just disappeared.
see if we can talk to him maybe through Messenger.
You
Have
think he
returned.
knows?
Corey, if you'll try to track down Carl, don't be a messenger as you were planning.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now.
I'll switch over and go to the other scene.
All right. So apparently, Carl's computer died, and he's working on it.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
And also FDL.
So what?
F the DM? Is that what I heard? That's rude. That's rude, Carl.
Well, it depends on who says it.
That's true.
There are certain
Carl?
options.
Carl put a
Don't
text.
have that nice goatee.
It's true.
Yeah.
Lots of pleasure to be had. Anyhow,
So I'm going to say about the time that Idril is finishing up his meditation,
okay. So 4 hours in.
you guys hear a rap on the door.
Okay. Hello.
I'm looking for Idril and Mordecai.
You found them, but keep it down a little. Little Morty is asleep.
I've heard that you're both unwell.
I mean, relatively.
I've been sent by the Lord to attend to your wounds.
Okay. Then I'll put my arm out and show him a gnarly scar. Not scar, because it's too fresh to scar. Healing's weird in D&D.
And I'll wait. I guess I'll wake up at that point. And, what's going on?
We're getting healed.
Oh, okay. I'll pull up the bottom of my pant leg and show like a little like a skinned knee, basically.
Yep.
Like this really kind of stings. If you could take care of this, that would just be.
Yeah, it would be great if you could kiss these and make them better.
So, Idril, you receive 10 points of healing.
Okay. So I guess we didn't do long rest business yet, then?
Correct.
Okay, let me backtrack a few things. Okay.
Or you get 8.
All right.
So Idril is still not particularly happy with 10.
Oh.
I need you to kiss this other boo-boo.
Well, certainly. How about 15 points of loving?
That'll do. Thank you.
And you, more?
No, I'm good. Like I actually am. You healed me too much.
Such are the blessings of the Earth Mother.
Who is the Mirth Mother?
Lady Shanate.
Huh.
Okay. Well.
So you said you were sent for us by our companions. Where did they go? Where?
I was sent by the Lord. Your companions arrived with the delivery.
No, good. I'm glad that happened.
They said you were not well, so I was dispatched to help.
You know that the town, I'm sure you saw it walking in, was on fire, and that the docks were on fire, and there was a fair amount of murder. I think you'll also note from just the body count of other guards, probably some of your friends, and then the sailors. So no, it has not been a good day here.
It did look very, very bad.
Yes. So no, we were going to take the night and then head up to the castle, but clearly Huckavis and Tristan decided to go ahead.
They
It
did.
does sound like Huckavis.
It does. No, impetuous to the last.
Oh, headstrong is what I was going to say, but impetuous is a good.
We
thing
have
to sound.
words. We have the best words.
Okay.
Well, so do you have transport for us to the castle, or
Oh,
we
yes,
expected to
yes.
walk?
Yes, if you're ready, to travel, we can go now.
About how far is it?
It'll take about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Ugh. That is not long enough.
Circle around the town a few times.
Yeah, could you just like circle about 4 times that length to get there? Would be ideal.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, we worship the god mechanics, and he requires certain things from us before bestowing his boon.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Cool.
Or you can just wait if that you prefer.
Yeah, I mean, no, drive us around. That'll be great.
Okay.
All right, but I get to ride shotgun.
Oh, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay. As long as that's not an issue.
So I'm gonna gather some radishes
I
hurriedly.
believe you're riding crossbow.
Mm,
Fair enough.
Cool. So we do that, and it's great.
Okay.
So we're riding the castle 4 hours later.
But super rested. Oh, Carl is back.
All right. So you guys are riding around in a very nice, nice carriage.
I assume Idril's basically all by himself, and
There are radish people surrounding me, and more radish people as the ride goes on.
Oh, excellent. Radish.
are you putting them in the window so they can look out and see the?
Oh, I mean, some of them, but they have to take their turns. It's not safe for all of them to be in the windows.
That's fair. I mean, you'd hate to draw another attack on us.
Exactly. No, if too many radishes were seen in the town. Oh, we lost Carl again. So I guess it's us riding around in circles. Oh, and radishes.
All right. So the second that Carl returns, we'll be shipping without notice.
Really? You don't want to learn about the radishes and the radicchios? And a single potato that for some reason was found in the bag of radishes.
Where did these radishes come from? I feel like we should investigate this.
There's not a whole lot to investigate, Morta. Ardith had a large supply of radishes. And,
Yes. But
seeing we are paying so well for the use of his home, I felt comfortable taking that.
as you should. I mean, I think everyone knows, and I'm assuming.
You're questioning the socioeconomic role of the radish in the moonshays.
No.
No,
I'm questioning the potato that was in with the radishes. How did that happen?
that's
That's the
another
mystery.
story. Do we have access to the driver?
You, certainly Mort does.
I'm outside with the driver.
I'm gonna
I'm
hang.
not sure that Mort knows there's a potato with the radish bag.
Mort, I found a potato
Hey, where?
in the bag with the radishes. It was
How did it get in with the radishes?
a gift of the gods, to be sure.
Mort, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, not bad. That's a 24.
The driver looks quite concerned.
Is because he thought that the goddess Sachet was a secret among the Moonshays and that we wouldn't know about her?
You're not sure exactly what he's concerned about, but he does look concerned. and he makes a strange motion with his hand.
Is it a hand motion that I recognize?
No, not recognize it. Nope.
Okay. Can I copy it and just do it back to him?
Oh, it'd be very easy to copy.
I do so.
Is it a single finger?
No, it's kind of a
Like a twisting motion around the temple?
no.
Like a
It's
really quick up and down motion with the whole hand?
Oh my God! Just let him talk.
Sorry, we're killing time.
Ridiculous. This.
Yes. Sorry, Ken. Oh, Carl's back.
no, he's not. Liar.
Oh,
What? It just said he joined.
or maybe he's not really back.
I'm actually back.
Oh, all right. We're done here.
Can y'all see me?
We can't see you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's a wavy, like a.
Oh, that's the motion he made. Yes.
Okay.
Can I see it?
I will.
But as I said,
Okay.
hi, Carl. 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 Do we have a phantom Carl?
He said
No,
a
you
word.
have a real Carl.
There he is. All right.
This is an authentic voice. I spilt some water, literal, and this is embarrassing, but I literally spilled soda water on my computer.
Oof.
A friend of mine posted that she had a keyboard the other day as she had a similar incident.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so sorry, Ken, that I missed the last. Wow.
Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not.
You'll.
Sorry,
No,
Carl.
no.
Don't
not at
tell
all.
him. Don't tell him.
No, it needs to be in the
You'll have to
recap. That's
discover
all we're saying.
yourself during your review.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Is this
No.
over? Turn it off. Turn it off.
No, not at all. But just wait and watch what just had transpired on the recap. Just wait.
All I'm saying is turn this feed off.
No, we're not done for the night.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Okay.
In a few more minutes, but what happened while you were gone is going to be a source of joy for you.
I can't wait.
Was the high point of the last few weeks. So
You're only seeing it because we haven't had any sessions the last 2 weeks.
minor technicality. Don't bring details into it. All right, so I'm gonna,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say that he says, but you must be tired. Please go rest, and we'll speak when your friends arrive. So you go and rest,
That's two.
and then your friends arrive.
Wonderful.
So now you're all back in the main court with the Lord. He says, when Mort and Idril arrive, he says, I thought there were more. I'm glad you made it. Are you well?
I feel very well.
The hell was that?
I had a little thing, but can you explain this and this? And he holds out a potato and a radish.
Where did you find those?
Back in the town. FDR.
But where?
In the house
Lying in the
of.
street?
No, we stayed with the townsman Ardith for the evening to recover from our wounds, and he was kind enough to provide us with this sustenance. But we were confused about the potato because it shouldn't actually be growing on this island, to our knowledge of agriculture. Which is not great, mind you.
Did you find them together?
Yes, the potato was in a bag of radishes.
He immediately makes that same sign.
Ah, you too hate squiggly fish.
Also, Carl's left again.
Because we're back on this. Did we get actual information in the remaining 3 hours of the ride about the squiggly fish sign?
Well, I'm getting ready to get it right now.
Okay, great.
We found those in the same bag. That is a dark omen.
Oh, I thought that would make a nice side dish, but
It might, but it is ill luck to mix root vegetables in the same container.
It's true. They had that in my village growing up as well.
I understand. I mean, they do kind of take on each other's flavors. It makes sense.
And Tristan just looks at the three of you talking about this and goes, "What are you talking about?"
It is dark times, Tristan. Do you not see the radish and the potato?
I think the actual darker times here, Idril, are the fact that the two hooded black men, the two hooded men in black cloaks, serving the god of Bane and the undead that the king said has been around here, and the uprising from neighboring tribes and so on and so forth. Not a vegetable.
I look closely at the vegetable, Tristan. You can tell in the eyes of the potato all of these signs.
I'm uninterested in the vegetable. It seems to be your thing.
I would like to divine further future readings from the potato of portent.
And since Carl's not here, damn it!
I mean, because clearly this is a religious omen, right?
No, it's just a damn potato.
What, the king agreed.
Right. Not like a damn potato to me. It sounds like it's got some other purpose.
It's certainly a damned potato.
Is Carl here?
Carl, did I believe
maybe.
Miss.
There he is.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk really quickly, and
Okay.
we'll try to
Kind of hear you.
Okay, that's fine. So, the Lord has 2 large bags of coins delivered, one to each of the 2 new members.
Yay.
He says, your friends have indicated they might be willing to help with the problems we have around here. If you're interested as well, we have some of the points of the priests that have helped you. We said some of our priests have been taken. It would be a big help if you could perhaps find them for us.
Sounds like a good time.
We believe they've been taken to the Temple of the Risen Cult, which I think is near the town of Ith, based on what we've seen.
How far away is the town of Ith?
That's the one you were just in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Would you mind having some guards deliver 1,100 from this bag of gold back to the town to rebuild it after the last attack? They just took some knocks.
Oh, well, certainly.
How much are in the bags? Ken?
Should be 2,000, right?
Not necessarily. We only delivered 5 carts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, your assignment, you weren't there. So your assignment was to deliver the swords.
Okay.
The other stuff, he'll go get what he can of, but it was just secondary.
Well, yeah, certainly. But he, he knew that there were 10 carts that were supposed to be delivered, and again, being very truthful as he is and honest, he said that we didn't do our job.
No, you did actually do your job, which was to deliver the swords. The rest
Wonderful.
The rest was not part of your official assignment.
So what Idril would suggest, and in the interest of time we'll lose the accent, is that the king or the Kaldith, depending on the actual title, I'm still kind of unclear, send out the scouts.
This person is Lord Caldi.
Lord Caldeith. Okay. See, it's confusing to go into different cultures. Send out scouts and give us the reasonably close location of the temple. At least you know which quadrant near the town it's in. We continue to take the day, learn some more things about them. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
And we can pick up after that day once we have the information of where we're headed.
Yep.
And once Carl's computer works?
Yeah, that's the next key. And otherwise, we can debate the religious significance of potatoes and radishes.
I think we'll do that offline and spare the rest.
Oh, I definitely think so. I'm just saying that would be what we spend the day doing with the Lord Caldeith, because he's got a clear and keen interest in this.
Absolutely. So I'm going to stop the broadcast.
Right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy this, Carl.
Yeah, bye, Carl.
Have fun on